Hello, I'm Steve Shaw, National Coordinator of Football Officials and Secretary Rules Editor for the NCAA. And today we're continuing our series of media videos for the 2023 season, and we're going to be focused on game action from Week 2. Now, it was another exciting week of college football, but the rules that continue to get the most discussion, most debate, are our clock rule changes for this year, and specifically not stopping the clock on first downs except for the last 2 minutes of each half. So far, and we only have data through Week 2, but we're reducing about 7.5 plays per game, and that equates to about 8 minutes in total game time that we're down. That's right in line with the expectations of the Rules Committee. And remember, the Rules Committee wanted to keep the game moving, modestly reduce the number of plays, and synchronize all of our officiating mechanics that deal with the clock nationally. So the results are encouraging, but we're going to continue to monitor this as we go forward. So with that, let's get on into our plays for this week. Our first play this week, we're a little past midway of the first quarter. The quarterback looks downfield, but then he's going to scramble out of the pocket. He's under heavy duress, and he's going to try to throw the ball away to save loss of yardage. Now, we know if he's outside the tackle box and he throws the ball and it crosses or lands beyond the neutral zone, then there's no foul for intentional grounding. But we see here the ball lands short of the down box. So the headline judge goes back into the referee and tells him that the ball did not cross the neutral zone and there was no receiver in the area. And the referee is then going to drop a flag for intentional grounding, and the penalty is enforced, and it's loss of down at the spot of the foul. Now, that's all true, but as we go back and take a look at the quarterback, it's clear his right knee is down, probably both knees, but his right knee is down clearly before he releases the ball. So the quarterback is down before the pass. Replay can clearly see this, but stopping the game in this situation would have absolutely no competitive impact in the game, as he would be down at the same spot where the penalty leaves the ball. So there's no need to stop the game. Let's keep the game moving in this situation. Now, if the clock were in play at the end of a half, that could make a difference, and we could need to stop in that case. But here, no competitive impact, good no stop. Play 2 is another intentional grounding play. Now we're going to see that the quarterback, he's under center, he hands the ball to the tailback, and the tailback's going to pitch the ball back to the quarterback. Quarterback is immediately under duress, gets outside the tackle box, and throws the ball away well beyond the neutral zone. And as we look at the end zone view, it's clear that the quarterback does get outside the tackle box. But we get a marker down for intentional grounding on this play. Now, by rule, the exception that allows a passer outside the tackle box to throw the ball away beyond the neutral zone only applies to the player who controls the snap and does not relinquish possession to another player. And that's exactly what happened here. So to avoid intentional grounding on this play, there must be an eligible receiver in the area, and there is none. So this is a correct call for intentional grounding. It's a very unusual play, and you can see our official doing a good job of explaining this ruling to the coach. Play 3, the offense decides to go for 2 after a touchdown, and they're going to relocate the ball to near the right hash, which they're allowed to do on a try. Now the snap goes back to the quarterback. He surveys the field for an open receiver, and then finally he's going to throw the ball to the back of the end zone, but he takes a hard hit from number 9 of the defense. Now the quarterback is shaken up on the play, and we see the medical personnel out. But as we go back and take a look at the hit on the quarterback, the defender's not late, but replay is going to stop the game to look for a potential targeting foul here. The quarterback is defenseless, and there's an indicator by the defender as he lowers his head and attacks. But the hit from the defender is with the crown of the helmet, and it's forcible to the body of an opponent. And when you use the crown of the helmet, the contact does not have to be to the opponent's head. It can be anywhere on the opponent. So this is a correct call for targeting, and it's initiated from the booth, crown of the helmet hit to an opponent. Now, one last note on the play. The quarterback is injured with the targeting foul, but after the review, he's going to try to come back into the game for the retry, and we get a good announcement by our referee.
Number 9 must come out for one play.
Now, the quarterback, who's also number 9 on this play, has got to remain out for one play due to the injury timeout. It's not like a helmet coming off where the team can buy him back in with a timeout, or if the helmet comes off as a direct result of the foul, the player can stay in the game. But when there's an injury, the player must go out for one play. Play 4, we have a 2-score game with a big 4th down play deep into the 4th quarter. The quarterback's going to drop back to pass. It's got a heavy rush, and the defender yanks the quarterback down by the inside back collar of his jersey. Now, the player also raked across the face mask of the quarterback, and we don't get a clear view of this. We can't see a grab with a twist or turn. We're really blocked out. But I want to use this play to illustrate our horse collar tackle rule. Now, I received many questions on this play, and by rule, we know that a horse collar tackle is grabbing the inside back or side collar of the shoulder pads or jersey or the nameplate area and abruptly pulling down the ball carrier. But here's the other part of the rule. This does not apply to a ball carrier, including a potential passer who is inside the tackle box. We know the tackle box is the rectangular area defined by the neutral zone and 2 lines 5 yards either side of the snapper all the way back to the end line. Now, the tackle box disintegrates when the ball leaves it, but the action on the quarterback here in the tackle box is not a horse collar tackle. The Rules Committee will discuss this in the next rule cycle, but for now, this is not a foul. Play 5 is 4th down, and the offense decides to punt. Now, the kick lands just inside the 20-yard line. It bounces high and is recovered by the return man back at the 14, and he's immediately hit by number 29 of the kicking team. Now, the question is, was this targeting? So if the receiver was not defenseless, it's close, but this is really not a crown of the helmet hit. Remember, the crown is defined as the 6-inch radius from the top or apex of the helmet, and TV shows a nice graphic illustration here of crown of the helmet. So it's close, but this is not a crown of the helmet hit. But by rule, a player catching or recovering a kick is considered defenseless. And since the ball hit the ground, this is considered a recovery of the kick by the receiver. So the receiver is defenseless, and with the indicator and the forcible contact to the head or neck area of a defenseless player by number 29, this is targeting, and number 29 is disqualified from the game. Our last play this week is another punt play. Now we see that the kick is away. It's fielded by number 14 of the receiving team. He takes a couple steps, the ball is out, and 0 of the kicking team scoops the ball up and runs it into the end zone. Now, the determining factor for advance by the kicking team on this play is, does number 14 of the receiving team, does he muff the ball or fumble the ball? If the receiver never gains possession of the kick and touches the ball on an unsuccessful attempt to catch or recover the kick, it's considered a muff, and the kicking team could legally recover, but they could not advance. But here we see number 14 gains firm control of the ball, tucks it away, cuts left, and is hit, and the ball comes out before number 14 is down. So replay can confirm this is a catch of a kick and a fumble, which now, since the kicking team can legally recover and advance a fumble, it's a touchdown for the kicking team. Well, that's it for our plays this week. A unique set of plays, and we hope these situations are helpful for your rules knowledge. We appreciate your time viewing these videos, and please keep your comments coming. They're very beneficial. We look forward to an exciting Week 3 to the 2023 season, and best of luck to all.